Welcome to Looking at Legal Stuff. Today we have a small claims hearing with a man who is suing his ex for 12 grand for the new flooring he says he installed in her house during their relationship, and he claims she agreed to pay for it. The woman says that she never asked him to fix her floors. He did that on his own when he got bored while she was out of the country and he was dog sitting. She also says that the work was a gift and that he never asked for any money until their toxic relationship ended, and he began using this debt as one of the many methods of harassment against her. Harassment that she says has been so bad that she's had to change her number 4 times, close her business, and move out of state to start over. She's counter-suing for the harassment. Let's see what the judge thinks.
And I think Mr. Bozowski's back.
Oh, good.
He sent us a message saying I'm back on my phone.
All right, Mr. Bozowski,
Yes,
can you hear me okay?
can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes, that's much better, sir. Thank you.
Oh, perfect.
All right, then let's recall. We are now back with cause 25000069. This is Bozowski versus Avila, and this is one of the cases today in which we do have a counterclaim filed. So we have both plaintiff, defendant, counter-plaintiff, counter-defendant. Okay? All right. Mr. Bozowski, you're here for yourself, and Ms. Avila?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good
Okay.
afternoon.
Good
Thank you for
afternoon.
being with us.
And I'm here as counsel for Miss Avila, Your Honor. Ben Auerbach.
Good afternoon, Mr. Auerbach. Thank you both. All right. Now, there is a counterclaim in this matter. Is that correct, Mr. Auerbach?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, if I understand, and I've read through the plaintiff's petition and then a bit from the counterplaintiff. So just my quick notes when I was looking at my docket, I have that plaintiff is suing for unpaid invoices totaling $12,618 for work performed for the defendant. Defendant, Ms. Avila, is counterclaiming, and she is seeking the jurisdictional limit of $20,000. There has been a motion to transfer, but I can't do that. If county, Mr. Auerbach, if there's case and they want to remove it up, I'm happy to do that. I don't think Judge Shepard or Wong would be thrilled if I said take my case.
We totally understood, Your Honor.
Okay, but I
we
get
don't
it.
spend a lot of time in JP court, so the
Totally
mechanisms were not
that.
exactly clear.
And the rules are very, very different. So that I understand. But if it happens, we have things sometimes get removed or moved in. Okay. But ultimately, defendant's answer, the real answer is that the work was all a gift while they were in a relationship and that it now cannot be claimed on and later.
That is our general defense, Your Honor.
General
I can
defense,
elaborate
right?
if you care.
Big top things. All right. But Mr. Bozowski, that's what you're suing for, right? $12,000, $12,600 for work performed for Ms. Avila.
Yes, Honor.
Okay. All right, well, let's take it that way. Let me swear in both parties first. Mr. Bozowski and Ms. Avila, if you'll please raise your right hands. To understand you're now being sworn to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under a penalty of perjury. Do you so
Yes.
swear?
I do.
Yes.
Okay,
I do.
fantastic. All right, thank you. All right, and am I pronouncing your name correctly, sir? How do I say your last name?
Was okay. Very close. Very good.
Okay, well, I want to be as accurate as I can be. All right. Mr. Bozowski, is the $12,000 from one big job, or was it lots of little things over time?
It's like many things together at the end of the day. It's like, yeah.
When would you estimate the first item was done? The very first thing that you're suing for?
First one is like when she asked for that. It's like the first time, and she promised is like, she needs an invoice, whatever, and she's gonna pay, but always just pay and pay and pay, but never happened.
Ms. Rosie, when? I need a month and a year, like she...
Oh, that's like 2022, somewhere at the beginning, I guess. I don't know exactly the date, the first one.
All right, what did she ask you to do, the first thing that she asked you to do?
The first was some laundry, sink installation plus roof repair. And plumbing.
All right, and did you make her a quote, tell her I can do that work, it will cost this much money?
Yes, I did.
And how much did you quote her?
Oh, I can't remember exactly what was that number. That
Well,
wasn't too much.
Mr. Bozowski, you have to be exact. So in order for you to sue over work performed and not paid, you're going to need to establish that a contract was created, that you had an intent to be repaid, and that she promised to do so. So when and where and how much are necessary?
That's in the invoice.
Do you have any invoices?
Yeah, I sent it in the court, and it should be there.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, it's an invoice, late fees, whatever, everything I sent.
Are these, Mr. Bozowski, are these invoices from when you first did the work, or was it later when you were asking her to pay you?
It's at the end, like everything together, because that was the end.
When's the first time you sent her something in writing and said, pay me back?
I don't know, it's many times. It's like a long time now.
The first time you asked her for payment, sir, when was that?
2022, somewhere July, June, I don't know, somewhere summertime. When the bigger portion of the work was done, basically the flooring and everything else. When the bigger part was done.
Mr. Bozowski, were you in a relationship with the defendant during that time? Sir,
Yes, but at the beginning when she asked me to do the first thing.
were you in a relationship with
Yes.
the defendant? Okay, and when
Yes.
did that relationship come to an end, or when did y'all break up?
When she came after me to Austin, basically this happened here. I moved to Austin and she came after me.
Okay, and did y'all stay together, or did you break up at some point?
We broke up at some point that we, whatever, like a year ago maybe, I can remember.
Mr. Bozowski, here's the problem. You're the plaintiff.
Yes.
You have to be able to tell me enough sufficient facts with reliability that I understand the purpose of your lawsuit. You kind of know that sometime in 2022, she asked you to do a lot of work, and you did a lot of work kind of over the course, and that sometime you asked her to pay you back,
Yes.
maybe before or after you broke up, but you don't know when.
No. It's before. Even I started a case against her in Portland, Oregon, in Multnomah County, because of that. And it's totally the business part because she did the real estate, which is she got paid all the time. So it's like a no boyfriend girlfriend situation. Here is totally business, and I don't know why she's mixing together.
Okay,
And also she sold the house off market, which is like she made a profit on it, and it's my stuff, my materials, my furniture, everything in there. You know, it's very straightforward business, and I don't understand this relationship mixed with this case, which is like not even close. It's
all
like
right, we'll just leave that out then, Mr. Brzezowski. So you got hired by Miss Avila to do work.
exactly.
And what work? When did she hire you?
Beginning like 2022, somewhere beginning with the first, when we never been together. And later on, she traveled to Argentina for a vacation, like, I don't know, 3 weeks, whatever. That was the major part in the house, which is I did. And she was messaging, I already sent the court the same thing, the messaging between us when she chose the flooring, but she going to be in the house. Many things. I was sending her the pictures, whatever, the stage of the house, and the materials I used, the invoices, or but I paid receipts. Everything is there. I provided to the court every receipt, everything I paid, and the messaging from her when she approved these things, and she was asking things. You know, it's like very straightforward.
All right, Mr. Brzezowski, what's the best piece of evidence you have that Miss Avila owes you $12,000?
I mean, all the receipts I haven't paid for from the company, and also the pictures, whatever I did in the house. So it's like
I don't doubt that you did work and that there's receipts from companies. What I need is proof that she said, I'm going to pay for that.
it's in the messaging.
That's something you said to me.
No, it's in there. Like one of the Bible we use for communications, and she's there when picking up the flooring, what kind of flooring she wants, and she's already. I mean, she was like promising the payment, which has never happened. She will pay for that. It's in the messaging. And I picked up the flooring. I have the receipts. I already provided the receipts, whatever I paid for the CFM store, whatever I picked up the flooring. And that's there. And also the conversation between us, because the flooring she had in the garage was just mixed match from the old boyfriend she had, whatever, and wasn't enough, wasn't good. So I had to pick up a new one, and she chose. And also she promising the payment for that. It should be there in the messaging because I provided the Viber.
I'm looking at flooring. I'm going to show y'all. Okay, here's four screenshots.
Yes, I have a few receipts, whatever, and the communications between us.
Mr. Bozowski, you
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, you see these 4 pages, these screenshots of messages?
Yeah. Yes, the conversation, yes.
All right, I'm gonna zoom in, Mr. Auerbach.
Yeah.
Mr. Auerbach,
And
do
that-
you recognize these messages?
Yes, I did, and also take some note.
Mr.
Ma-
Auerbach, sir, I'm asking defense counsel.
Yeah. Yes, fine.
Defense counsel, Mr. Auerbach, this is what plaintiff
Yes.
says. It's a series of messages
Mhm.
between the two. Okay, let me see if I can figure out
Yes,
the order of income.
I do see them, Your Honor, but I see them, her saying she'll pay to get matching
Now,
flooring.
I'm not asking if you agree with what he says they say. I just want to make sure, like, have you ever seen these messages between your client and the plaintiff before?
I have
Yeah, I
not.
get it.
do
And I
not
understand,
know
like,
how they
he wrote in
applied.
here. I understand all about people writing on things. These are actual messages. Okay. I don't know. Mr. Bozowski, what year and what day were these messages created? Like,
It's 2022, somewhere, October, I guess, September, October.
Mr. Auerbach, do you know if your client would agree with that? Is that when these messages were created? Because they just say time on it, right? There's not a single date anywhere on this.
I
Yeah, it's
see her
pretty hard.
shaking her head, if I may, Your Honor. Ms. Avila can probably answer that better than me in terms of when exactly these messages were sent. For clarification purposes, I can tell you that my client was in Argentina in February 2022, and that's when Mr. Bozowski was sending her all these messages.
Exactly.
Okay. Mr. Bozowski, when I'm looking at this first one up here, and I see that this one on the right-hand side has been kind of colored in yellow, and it says it's not okay because you've got a small portion. Who is writing that message?
That's her answering.
That's her. That's Miss Avila. And are you
Yeah.
on the left here where you said,
No.
I'm not going to call
Okay, I'm
him?
sorry. Okay, just zooming on my phone. This is mine, which is a yellow one. When I'm telling her is like two kind of flooring she has, which is not good. So that's my messaging.
Okay. And then she says, I'm not going to call him. Tell me what to buy and I will. Hey,
Yes.
what you doing? Okay.
And she will buy it, whatever. Okay, it's like a different, but it's mixed together. But
Okay.
and I'm telling her I ordered the floor vents, like updating her all the time about the process. And I can send the money by whatever she's promising there. And she never sent the money to buy. So that's what I'm saying is like everything is clear.
Did you ask her to send you the money?
No, because she offered right away. I just told her like, what's the situation? Is like a flooring is not good because it's mismatched and also not enough for in a room and have to get one. And
Okay.
that's, she offered right away, she's gonna pay for it.
Did you live in the house where the flooring was getting done?
But repeat the question again, please.
Did you live in the house where the flooring was getting done?
Yeah, I was there. Yes, I was paying rent.
The flooring that y'all are discussing redoing is the flooring for the home you were living in while she was in Argentina.
Yes.
Okay. And when she came back from Argentina, did she move back into this house?
Yeah.
Okay. And did y'all live there in that home together for a while?
Yeah, not too long because I moved to
Okay.
Austin.
All right. How much did you pay on the floors?
Oh, I don't know. It's in the receipts. One of the CFM receipt is like flooring. I don't know. It's a detail there. I provided that
Respect,
to the
sir. You're
court.
supposed to know what you're suing for, right? I mean, I just see a big list of
I know.
stuff.
Like this was
How
the
much you spent on
receipt and the
flooring?
invoices like included. The flooring exactly. It's not in front of me, but I sent it over. The CFM receipt.
I see several from Contractors Mart. So let's see.
Yeah. Contract for furnishing marked.
Yeah,
And two. And you have two.
Let's take a look because there are several.
You have
Okay.
two from them, which is one with a flooring, and that was
This
plus
one's
the
8/15,
underlayment.
2022. This
Yes.
one's 8/13. This one's
Yes.
May. Same day, but a different invoice.
Yeah, because I went back
All right.
for the some translation
May,
pieces for the
let's
rooms,
see,
you know.
stack ledger, mat boxes.
And also the invoice including, you know, the removal of the flooring, the previous one, which is 3 layers happened because of the old house we're talking about. And plus the dump fees, whatever, is like many things involved. And plus the underlayment for the house, for the new flooring. So the flooring, just to finish just one part, it's so much labor when just remove the 3 layers she had in the whole house.
Mr.
And
Rosowski,
second,
did you install the floor yourself?
yes, I did.
Are you a floor? Is that what you do for a living?
I do, yeah, remodel and do new construction, yes.
Oh, very nice. All right. Mr. Auerbach, any dispute that these are copies of receipts?
I don't dispute that they are receipts. They are receipts generated after the fact, or, they weren't provided. If I can
It's
start
gonna
more
generate
generally, Your Honor.
Sorry, but it's
I-
gonna generate that is coming from the company, which is a
Mr.
contracting furniture
Mr.
mark.
Bozoki,
Yeah.
sir, you have to let the defendants for counsel respond.
Yes,
Mr.
but
Auerbach has allowed to, he's doing that. All right, Mr. Auerbach, go ahead.
Yeah. We don't dispute that they are receipts. We dispute in broad terms that Ms. Avila agreed to this work and how it wound up happening.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Auerbach, because sometimes stipulations get us where we need to go a lot faster when we have justice court.
Mhm.
Of these receipts, is it a dispute that these receipts are receipts that the plaintiff, he did do, that these are things that were purchased for the home that the two parties resided in?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Okay, so there's not really a dispute that this work got done on the house. It's a dispute of whether or not Ms. Avila agreed to pay for it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
In fact, Ms. Avila told him that she couldn't pay for it.
When was that?
Before he did. She was in Argentina in February 2022 when the work started. Ms. Avila was in Argentina visiting her family. Mr. Bozoski was at her house and dog sitting, at which point in time he decided he was bored and didn't think her flooring looked very good, and he pulled it up. She had extra flooring, so she thought he was just going to take the flooring that was in her garage and install that. That became an entire endeavor where Mr. Bozoski started incurring expenses and spending monies that she did not agree to.
So
She was
she
not
knew he was
provided
going to redo
invoice.
the floor. She was okay with that if there was no
No.
cost.
I apologize, Your Honor. I didn't do a good job of explaining that. Mr. Bozoski started removing the floor because he didn't care for it in some variety, whether that was he didn't think it was good quality or whatever. He started pulling up the flooring, contacted her and said, "Hi, I need to go get more supplies to fix this." And that's when the work began. She never asked him to fix her flooring or do the work. That's stuff that he endeavored into on his own.
Do you have, Mr. Auerbach, do you have any communications from your client to the plaintiff that say, don't do that?
I do not have anything explicitly saying that, Your Honor.
So when I'm looking at his messages where she says, where they're literally discussing the floor, she knew what was happening.
She knew it was happening, but she didn't.
Does not, none of these messages that I'm seeing, she doesn't say, what are you doing? Don't touch my floors. Instead, there's a conversation, they back and forth. Oh no, 3 different colors. Well, I'll send you some money. Okay, tell me what to buy. So it's not like she said, what are you doing? Don't touch my floors. Because that would have been clear in here.
He had already started pulling up the existing flooring
You can
before
start cutting my
asking.
hair. I'm going to say, what are you doing? I didn't ask you to cut that. She could have said, stop touching my floors, and she didn't. Right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did she get new floors as a result?
She did, Your Honor.
When she came home, were the floors okay?
Not sure on the timeline on that, but eventually.
And she sold the house for profit, so I'm pretty sure it worked out well.
Well, if she'd sold it at a loss, would you say the opposite of that, sir?
Yes, I mean, she sold the house, so I'm pretty
She sold
sure.
it at a loss because the floors I put in were so bad, it must be obvious, right? Like coincidence and causation are not the same thing.
Yeah,
All right, so floors got installed. You put in new floors. Mr. Bozoski, did you do anything other than install new floors?
Yes, many things because an old house, be electrical work and whatever. I don't know, many things.
Let me ask you this. Did Miss Avila specifically ask you to do things before you did them?
It's yes, sometimes, and sometimes we just ran into
I'm
problems.
only concerned, Mr. Bozoski, you can do whatever you want in the house. That doesn't mean you get to charge her for it. The only things that you could try to claim for now are things that she said, will you do that for me and I'll pay you back. So what were those things?
I don't know. It's like part of everything, because when you touch something in construction, and it's sometimes involving many things like burning wires in the wall she had. So I had to fix those wires because there's no chance it's burned. And stuff like that is adding to the things, you don't have to ask for it because.
Your Honor?
Your Honor,
Your Honor?
I'm sorry. My client would like to address the court if that's okay.
May I talk?
It's Mr. Bozowski's still trying to get through his case in chief, Ms. Avila. I'm definitely going to let you respond. You're
Okay.
definitely going to get a chance, okay?
Okay.
So, Mr. Bozowski, I see that you have done some flooring. That's not a dispute, and there's some receipts for the flooring, okay?
Yes, and lights and furnitures.
And furniture?
Yes, I get some furnitures because when she came back from Argentina, she brought her cousin with herself, and of course I had to prepare a room for her, which is I have to go to IKEA and buy things, you know, some furniture.
Mr. Bozowski,
Yes.
did Miss Avila say, go buy these items for my sister?
Yes, because not sister, cousin.
Okay, and did she tell you that, or did she put it in
Yes.
writing in some form?
She told me that, yes.
And when did she tell you that?
When she was in Argentina, but came back, I don't know. No, she was in Argentina.
What's the value of that work that you did, sir?
Say again.
How much did it cost you to do that, the furniture work? Sorry, you're breaking up.
I don't know. It's in the IKEA receipts. We charge for them. No, they're only just charging for the furniture. It's like not even putting together as assembling them is like not included. Not even charged for that. Just only just the furniture from IKEA, which is on the receipt. So it's no labor in there. I went there, pick them up, put together, you know, and it's done. But there's only just the furniture we're asking for here.
So furniture, this IKEA
And the lighting,
receipt,
whatever, like coming with tables
coffee
and I don't know.
table, a rug,
Yes,
walls,
exactly.
a bath mat, a cushion.
Yeah, like an empty room, basically
I'd
ready
love for you
for.
to an IKEA
someone.
tag because everything's in there, you know.
Yes.
Syringe. It's a lac. A lac coffee table's $35 now. Woo,
I know. It's
times
like
have
back then.
changed. My Billy bookcases are fancy now, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Those used to be $10.
Yeah, but the couch
Well, I guess
was
you got
very
the
good
extra
one, you know?
wide one, but still.
Couch is very good, man.
I'll just
Guest couch.
here's Mr. Auerbach. Here's just what I'm looking at here. So this was in the first of the 12 pages, the receipts. This first one is a duplicate of a receipt, and then actually purchases, right? 2 nightstands, a rug, upright floor, a coffee table. That's what I was commenting on this one. It's definitely got more.
Yes, Your Honor. I see it.
All right, all of these things. $196 at IKEA. Miss Avila,
Yes.
did you have someone come and stay? And did he purchase these things to fix up a room for them?
Well, I have kind of a different story of events.
Okay, so the answer is no. Yeah, all right,
Correct.
that's fine. IKEA. All right, I got $7,168 for flooring. I got $196 for IKEA. What other things are part of your lawsuit, Mr. Bozowski?
I mean, the lightings and everything else, like electrical work, which is happening in the house because that was dangerous.
I'm not giving you payment if you're not a licensed electrician.
I'm not licensed electrician, but I can do electrical work.
I'm not giving you anything for your time and effort on that, sir. You got IKEA and you got floors. What else are you
I
selling?
can give you the license number because I worked with the electrician back then.
Mr. Bozowski, what other things besides the flooring and the
That's
IKEA?
something. I can give you the electrician's license number.
Other than that, sir, what else is part of your lawsuit? So you've got
That's
flooring
all.
and
I think
IKEA.
that's all. I think that's everything on the invoice detailed, and that's all. I think.
All right. All right, Mr. Auerbach. I'd love to hear from Ms. Avila now.
Yes, Your Honor. Go ahead, Maria.
Okay, so everything started when I was in Argentina and he stayed in my house dog sitting. One day we were doing a video chat and he showed me that he had ripped off the floor because he was bored. And I said, why are you doing that? Because I don't have money for paying for this. Because I just purchased a home like the year before, so it was hard for me to make the monthly payments of the mortgage. And he told me, well, you're a lonely woman, a man needs to take care of you. And I said, I already ripped it off. It was already all out. And I remember I told him, well, my dog is scared of noises because that's, she was an older dog, she is. And he says, don't worry about it. And I said, we had a romance interest. He was living in the house. So I said, out of my goodwill, well, how I had floor that a friend of mine who is a flooring contractor given me. My whole home was 710 square feet. So the kitchen floor, it's like 200 square feet or less. So my friend who had given me flooring, he told me, this is what I have leftovers. You can put it someday. So Mr. Bojoki said, I'm going to use that flooring to replace it. Don't worry about it, because he was the man taking care of me supposedly. And I said, okay, I'm in Argentina, and I said, I'm not a bad person. So I said, just change it, but I don't have money now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So then he said, well, your friend doesn't know what he's doing, because the floorings he gave you, they are much color. So I'm going to go and buy them. I'm like, well, and this is the text that you see there. Like, I'm there. Like, I don't have any flooring in my home that I just purchased. It was in 1925, which I did not sell off the market. I am a licensed real estate agent in Oregon. So I did list my home. So, and then I came back from Argentina, and we were in the early stages of our relationship, and I loved going out. He would go out and come back from Home Depot with supplies. And I said, what are you doing? I don't have money for this. Don't worry about it. You'll pay me later. And I said, I'd rather go out and get to know you. I'd rather go for dinner. Oh, you're so interested in dinner. Let me fix your home, because this is going to be how you're going to get equity. I'm like, I don't want to. So Mr. Bojoki would go out and buy supplies and buy more supplies. And I said, but these are supplies that are not that cost. It was like outlets. He said, let me fix this piece of crap that you have in the basement for wiring. And I said, don't. We would have arguments over this. This is why the relationship did not last. There was never a contract. I've never asked him to do anything. As a matter of fact, Mr. Bojoki, and I lost all I have because of harassment and stalking for the last 2 years. I've been an immigrant and a lawful citizen since 2013, living in this country, and I had to run away 4 times from Texas, move across the country, and I lost every penny I have. I don't have any income. I had to stop practicing real estate because he sued me with the Oregon real estate license. He sent me death threats. He did poor revenge. He drove me insane. I had to close my business. I had to change my phone number 4 times. So I don't have anything. This man has ended with my life. I'm restarting, and I still don't have anything. I'm buried in debt. I sold my home in 2023. I made an income that the equity was built for 3 years. I had to sell at very low price because the job he's done was none. So I had to reduce $40,000 of the debt. One of the inspection reports, and I have that inspection report. The wire was so old. I have that to provide if you would like for it. So no, I never signed a contract for him. He's a stalker. He's a scammer. I'm not the only victim he's done. So no, I deny everything this criminal is saying.
All right, Ms. Avila, I want to share with you a picture that the plaintiff showed me was a screenshot of text messages between y'all.
Yeah.
Do you recognize these messages? Right, is this part of it? Sol Avila, I'm not going to call him. Okay, tell me what to buy and I will. Hey, what you doing? Laughing out loud. And this is him talking about, I guess, Vita the dog.
I don't have access to that anymore. That was on Viber, but I can barely see. Let me put my glasses. But yeah, there was messages after he started referring. I was
Here, Ms. Avila, Mr. Auerbach, I want to highlight one particular one that stood out to me. This picture right here, 545. I fucking love it. That's her quote. I showed it to all my family and I forgot to reply to you. So loving the new floor.
mm-hmm.
Right? So to tell me that you didn't know or that you were absolutely opposed to it, clearly fucking love it. Because if you really didn't want someone to move with your house, of which you're the titled owner, you could have evicted him, called a friend, told him to come get out of there. I don't see any messages from you saying stop. The one I see says, Mr. Bozoy, please be quiet. Say nothing. Because Ms. Avila, the historical record indicates that you love the flooring and that y'all had a conversation about the flooring. And none of these conversations are you saying don't do it. It's how much, when, and oh my gosh, I love it.
Your Honor,
Mr. Auerbach, you don't have anything that contradicts that which I've just seen in the historical record?
And also,
Not that portion of the case, Your Honor.
Mr. Bozowski, I'm not
Yes, sir.
talking to you. I'm
Oh, yeah,
talking to
sorry.
defense counsel.
Cutting out a little bit. Thank you.
Auerbach.
I don't have any evidence to dispute that, Your Honor. A lot of things were done, verbal conversations. I wish I
I
had those,
know.
but I do not.
And I understand that these things happen, except that in looking at what occurred, the historical record is clear that she got new floors. There was clear discussion about it. None of those discussions indicate her saying, don't do it. Instead, it seems to be, I'm thrilled with it. Now there's an issue of price. So the question is, were these gifts from someone at the time? Which is the questions I had about their relationship, right? So what I hear is that Miss Avila was not living in the country. She's in Argentina.
No, that's incorrect, Your Honor. She was living in the country, but she was out of the country visiting family.
Okay. How long was she gone?
I believe 2 weeks and a half to 3.
Oh, but I
2
really
weeks.
get
2 weeks.
less of this then.
And
My
also-
impression of y'all in Argentina was like she was on a sabbatical for 2 or 3 months doing something, but she went on a vacation and came home. That's okay.
And also, I'd like to add something to this thing. She went to Argentina because she sold one of my house and she got the profit on that. Plus, I paid extra bonus, like $2,500 for it. So she went for Argentina vacation and brought her cousin back in her own cost, which is like she doesn't have money.
Okay,
but
all right,
she's
Mr.
bringing
Bozowski,
cousin.
Mr. Bozowski.
You know, it's like
That I don't need the history of y'all's situation. I'm just trying to find out what money is owed. Okay, here's another one, Miss Avila. How about the IKEA receipts? He says that he bought a bunch of things, about $200 worth of items at IKEA. Did you request him to do that, or was that?
Mr. Bozowski created his own lounge where he was living in my house. He made a spare room as his office. Mr. Bozowski would not. Yeah, he.
Okay. So, Ms. Avila, what you're saying is that the receipt of those things from IKEA was not for your benefit or your cousin or anyone you know. It was for him to make his own little lounge in the house.
Yeah, he said it was for the house. Yeah, correct.
And she sold it. She sold it, basically.
Okay. All right. Mr. Auerbach, is there anything further that you want to draw attention to or highlight? Because I've got the information about the floors. I've got the information about the IKEA. There's not much else that Mr. Bozowski gave me as an actual receipt for things.
Just the honor that he was living there, and obviously evidence. I appreciate where you're coming from.
Not living there. Actually,
Promise,
I paid the mortgage
sir.
and the bill.
Mr. Bozowski, if you speak out of turn again, you may end up losing your case or being found in contempt.
I
You
understand.
must behave yourself and be responsible.
I understand. Sorry.
It's Mr. Auerbach's turn. Please continue, sir.
And he was living there at the time that these services, to the extent that they were agreed to, were offered as help to her, not as a commercial venture for Mr. Bozowski to make profit on. They were not things that she asked him to do. I understand we could say she agreed once they were started that probably is a good idea, or she liked it, but that's different than he never provided her a quote. She never asked for the work to be done to begin with. That was his impetus.
Mr. Bozowski, anything final, sir?
Yes, one thing is like she's not a regular homeowner. She's a real estate agent who is in the business, and she knows that which goes in the houses goes to the end when she's selling the house and making profit. And she got paid all the time from me for the selling house, even get bonus on that. So I don't know. I don't understand why they are mixing these personal things in there, but which is she has to know because she's a real estate agent. It's a business. It's a house, and not a regular person who never heard about it, you know? And she has to know when I'm putting
Your
things in
Honor.
the materials, she's gonna get paid at the end when selling the house.
Mr. Bozowski, when did you stop living with Miss Avila at that address?
Oh, I don't know. I moved in 2022, September to Austin. So that was the last time I guess I was there.
And I'll represent you, Your Honor. My client sold her house in July of 2023.
Okay.
So
So
since
the-
then, we
His
started the court in
articulation of,
Portland.
please, sir. His articulation of a position that she was using him to somehow flip her house is just not true. It was 12 months after he had moved out and 10, 11 months after he had moved to Austin from Portland that she sold the house.
So did plaintiff and defendant, did y'all know each other in Oregon and then move to Texas together?
No.
No, I moved to Texas and she followed me many, many times and she went back and finally she moved here and she came after me.
If
So
I
So the
may, Your
harassment
Honor,
story is just
Your Honor, can
missing
No,
many.
that is not correct.
Yeah.
I offer some clarification, Your Honor?
That is
Thank you,
not
Mr.
correct.
Auerbach.
They met in July of 2021 on a dating app while they lived in Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
In January of 2022, Ms. Avila, as a real estate agent, represented Mr. Bozowski and sold a property that he owned. That's what he's talking about with the commission and stuff. It's not
Oh,
part of the
okay.
conversation today. It's
Sure.
utterly irrelevant, but
It's
it
just
seems to be a
more
big deal
information
to
on how
him.
they knew each other and their relationship. All
Yeah.
right. And
Like
so
a
then
harassment is not
he
part of
sells
the
his house in
conversation.
Oregon. When does he move to Austin?
The records I have are that it was in August, September of 2022, somewhere in that time frame.
In August, September of 22. And at this time, did Miss Avila, is that when she's gone for 2 weeks, or is she there and he moves in with
No,
her?
she's. I'll let Maria answer, but I believe she was back in the United States at that point in time.
Your Honor, can you repeat the question, please?
When the plaintiff moved to Texas in August and September of 2022, did he move in with you or was it a separate residence?
Oh, sorry, Your Honor. Mike, if I can I just want to try and streamline things for you. She didn't move to Austin for another year until after she sold her house in Portland in July of 2023. They are separate matters in terms of Mr. Bozowski moved and then Miss Avila moved separately after a visit to a friend who lived in the area.
Right.
She really liked the area. You got the idea.
So, Miss Avila, the house that got the flooring put in it, when did you purchase that house?
When? In
Yeah.
2021.
So
August
you bought that house in
2021.
2021. Got it. Okay, so defendant bought the house in 21. In 2022, y'all are in Oregon. Plaintiff sells his house. He ends up moving to Austin. You don't. You stay someplace else. When he moved to
In
Austin,
the house that I purchased.
when the plaintiff moved to Austin in August or September of 2022, did he move into a property that you owned, Ms. Avila?
No,
He moved someplace completely unrelated.
I stayed in Portland, Oregon, and he moved to Austin.
Mr. Auerbach, you see what I'm getting at here? I'm not saying did she move, does the place that he
Yeah.
moved to something that she owned?
They
Was she a landlord for him?
this goes on for a while, Your Honor, so I'm trying to get you the short version. They broke up around the time that Mr. Bozowski moved to Austin.
Okay.
His moving here was entirely separate from her. She had no plans at that point in time to move to Austin.
Okay.
He moved into a place that he found for himself. I don't know where that was. Yes. And so when she came to Austin a year later, she didn't move with him or to be with him. She moved because she liked Austin.
Okay. So now defendant moves to Austin sometime in 2023.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah,
Like,
July 2023.
And in 2023, did y'all move in together?
No.
Okay. So now
But
when
she visited me like 8 times unexpectedly
I'm just
in
trying to figure
Texas.
out how you got into possession, right? So defendant has moved to Austin. So plaintiff, you're Mr. Bozowski, you're living here in someplace unrelated. Ms. Avila, you moved back in 2023. What month did the plaintiff move into the house where the flooring got installed? How did he come to be a tenant or be in a possession of a home that you owned, Ms. Avila?
If I can, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr.
He
Auerbach,
moved
you got
in.
it.
He was in February of 2022. That's before as the renovations happened, before he moves to Austin, and then she moves to Austin a year after him.
January 22, defendant sells his house in Oregon.
No.
Defendant sold plaintiff's house in Oregon.
No.
Mr.
Oh,
Bozowski
yes.
Yeah.
moved here
Yes. No.
sometime later that year in the fall.
Mr. Bozowski did.
Mr. Bozowski, plaintiff, moved here sometime in the fall, and he rented a place completely unrelated to defendant Avila. Right. Okay. And then defendant, Ms. Avila, you moved back to Austin in 2023. Is plaintiff still living in this other completely non-related matter here in Austin?
That is correct.
Okay. When did Mr. Bozowski move into the house where he installed the wood floors?
February of 2022 when I went to Argentina.
Yeah. He had moved in at the time that the work started, Your Honor.
That's where I'm getting lost, because you told me that he moved to Austin in August or September of 2022.
Yeah, the work is in February of
Right.
2022. February through, I
Right.
think he said May-ish or whatever.
He
Where was he living
He
while he
moved-
was doing the work on the floors in February of 22?
At Miss Avila's house.
My house.
Then I think I get it.
Okay,
So when he
sorry.
sold the house in Oregon in January and he moved to Austin, he did move into Miss Avila's house.
Yeah, but when
And then he lived
after
there
he sold
and he did
his
the
property,
flooring, and then she moved out when she showed back up sometime.
Yes.
He left
Your
Oregon.
Your Honor,
When he drove out of Oregon and he got to Austin, did he move into the house that you installed the floors in?
no, sorry, Your Honor, the house that we're talking about where the
it's in
installation was done
Oregon.
is in Oregon.
It's in Oregon.
Oh my lordy.
Yeah, this gets real complicated. I should have.
I can explain it. If you guys allow me,
Why
I
are
can
you even
explain
in my
it.
courtroom? Does Miss Avila live in precinct 3? Is that why we're here?
Well, Your
I'm
Honor,
afraid to. I don't want to give my
this sort of-
surroundings.
This
I-
does speak to. Sorry, Maria. This speaks to kind of the counterclaims. I will get into them when you want to address them. But Miss Avila was aware that Mr. Bezowski was trying to sue her, and while she was not living in Texas and Austin at that time, she wished to kind of see these things put behind her. So we answered on her behalf to kind of bring this to a conclusion.
So you're waiving the jurisdiction.
Yeah, that's correct, Your Honor.
Cool. Cool. That answers it. I'm just curious about what we're doing. Okay. That is definitely a confusion. Yeah. I'm all
Sorry.
like, the house is here in Austin. You're putting the floors on it. That's what. How did he not install? Okay.
Your confusion
Yeah, because-
is very understood.
Yeah, because the case started in Oregon, but she escaped, and now she's back.
You're
So
okay.
she's
All
after
right.
me.
We're there. We're there, y'all. That's you know.
Jurisdiction is like her address now, which is here. So finally, I catch her. Finally.
I hear the weather in Oregon is really good, and then Austin apparently everyone's fleeing our real estate market.
No,
Maybe
it's
I'll just
not.
move back to Oregon and I transfer the case.
Always raining.
Joke. Totally a joke. Okay.
Always raining.
Okay.
And people are weird.
So,
You know, I
Mr.
know, very
Bezowski,
weird.
Miss Avila, Mr. Auerbach, let me get my mind around where we're at. So, Mr. Bezowski,
Yes.
in Oregon,
Yes.
the house that Miss Avila owned,
Yes.
while you were there,
Yes.
you noticed the floor needed to be done, and then Miss Avila, we went through those text messages.
Yes.
You were out of town for 2 weeks, but okay. Mr. Auerbach, the house in Oregon, the house that had the flooring redone in it, that is the subject of this situation. Did the plaintiff and defendant live in that house together for any period of time?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how long was that?
Until July, August of 2022. It was, brief, 6 months-ish, however that much. Lawyer math.
Yeah, it depends on the way, but all right. All right. And
It's not a marriage, you know?
in any of that time period that y'all were living together, did y'all discuss paying for the floors? Mr. Bezowski, did you give her a receipt and say, here's, I need my money?
A few times, and also I started a case against her in Oregon. Just
Yeah,
the
but
sheriff
I'm
couldn't
talking about
find
in
her, and,
2022, when this all happened.
yes, I'm talking about 2022. Yes,
No,
I
he
started
did
the
not.
case 2022 in Oregon.
Your Honor,
Yes.
we never discussed about the floors. I was in Argentina, and when we were doing
No, we
video,
discussed
That's about
because
he told me,
you got
look what I'm
back.
doing.
After you
I see
got
that.
back. Mr. Auerbach, do you know if there's any record of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
plaintiff
yeah.
asking for payment prior to this lawsuit getting filed?
I'm sorry, can you, Mr. Visowski, talk for a
but-
second? I couldn't hear your full
But
question.
I heard
Mr. Bezowski, just for a moment, I want to ask Mr.
Yes.
Auerbach a question. Okay, Mr. Auerbach. Do you know if there's any record of the plaintiff asking Ms. Avila for payment or any amount of money toward the work that he had done in the apartment? Because he did the work in 2022. We've seen those. And she came back, and for, it sounds like 6 months, they resided in the house in Oregon with these new floors. So in that time period, did he ever ask her to pay back? Do you know?
Relative to the timeline, Your Honor, I don't want to misrepresent anything to the court, so I'll let Ms. Avila answer that question if that's okay.
Ms. Avila? In the
No,
time
Your
when you
Honor.
returned from your trip abroad, which I understand was a short one, when you came back, he's put new floors in, y'all lived together in the house for a period of months. At any point in that time, did he ask you for payment towards the floor?
No, Your Honor. He was doing it for, he said, a man needs to take care of his woman, on his own words.
All right, Mr. Bozowski, now you'll need to unmute, sir.
Okay, hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, Mr. Bozowski,
Should be Zoom, yes.
Mr. Bozowski, in 2022,
Yes.
did you ever ask in writing that the plaintiff repay you for those, other than the messages I saw? Did you ever ask her again to repay you?
Not just that, Anur, I also send certificate mail with late
When
payment.
was that?
That's in the send it to the court. Is like the date on the late receipts or late fees, whatever in there. And also I send it to certified mail to her.
When was that?
Based on the 2022. Based on the Oregon court request, you know, per works, and they ask for the certified mail, whatever, to her, which has happened. The late fee or the late payments, letters, I did a few times, and in emails and messaging.
Your Honor,
What's
if I might.
Address for where the work was done, Mr. Bozowski?
Say again, cutting out a little bit.
What was the address in Oregon where the work was done, where you put the floor in?
Oregon is Southeast Portland, 66th Avenue, the house number, I'm not sure.
All right, I'm going to share my
2618.
screen. I'm going to share my screen.
Mhm.
This is what we got from the plaintiff.
2618, I guess the house number, but I can't
All
remember.
right, Mr. Bozowski, this is what you've given to the court as a copy of an
Okay.
invoice.
Here we are. Yes, that's original
Okay.
invoice.
All right,
Yes.
let me say it. At the top here, I say it says bill to Avila,
Yes.
and there's an address on 66th
Yes.
Avenue, Portland.
That's the house.
And then it says payment terms due upon receipt, dated. It's dated August 2022.
Yes.
Roof repair, security doors, garage
Yes.
updates, backyard gate,
Yes.
electrical plumbing, flooring.
Yes.
Here's flooring. Mr. Bozowski, did you send this invoice request to Ms. Avila?
Yes, and the late one too, and the reminders too. Let's send the other emails. It should be there in front of you if you can find.
And Mr. Bozowski, how did you send this invoice to Ms. Avila? Did you hand it to her?
Certified email,
Certified
mail, and mail. Email. I'm sorry, email, certified
And
mail, and
email?
every
Right.
platform I use. You know, like many accounts.
Okay.
Just make
All right.
sure it's there.
Ms. Avila, do you recognize this invoice?
No, Your Honor.
Uh-huh.
No.
I have a receipt. I mean, a copy of the email when I send it and received.
Let's take a look. I see a past due invoice.
Yeah, that was in a certified mail, and also the invoice she got personally when I moved to Austin, just in case.
All right, I'm going to share this one, Mr. Bozowski, see if you recognize this. Here's another one that says past due invoice. It
Yes.
has a different name at the top, but Avila, same address. This one
Yes.
says friendly reminder, your past
Yes.
due. Here's the amount past due from this invoice, which was dated 8/11, number 42. And just a reminder, this
Yes,
one's dated 42. It's dated in number 42, dated 8/11. So it refers
that
to
was
that
a
one again.
requirement from. Yeah,
Please contact us. And Mr. Bozowski, how did you deliver this past due invoice?
the certified mail based on the Oregon court. They required me to before
Okay. All right,
court
Ms.
to
Avila,
send
do you
this to the.
recognize this past due invoice?
No, you don't.
Ms. Avila, I'm in December of 2023. Were you still owner of this property at 66th Avenue?
No, I sold it in July of 2023.
Which is I didn't know. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. Mr. Bozowski, when you sent these items, did they
Yes.
get returned to you?
yes, because I didn't know she sold the property. I just heard from one of the
So-
principal brokers. She sold off to the
so-
market.
Mr. Bozowski, you mailed these and they came
Yes.
back to you because they did not reach the defendant.
It never came back, but I have the receipt of the post office. You know, I never got back the letter by itself. But I have the receipt from the
This is you
post
following
office.
in law. I don't, that's fine.
I filed to Oregon court to the same thing. I have the receipt from the post office, but never had back the letter from them. And that is the post office we're talking about.
All right, Mr. Bozowski, is there anything further you'd like me to take a look at in terms of the evidence you
I mean,
submitted?
that's all I have more. Just I lost my data. I have a full video of this remodel and now try to recover my data. I can provide to the court pretty soon because in the shop right now, my hard drives and they try to save every data which is I have in there. And I have a full nice video about the project which is I did and the conversation with her, which is like a bigger proof of the story. Next to this, just a foam on the cake. Let's put it this way.
All right, Mr. Auerbach,
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm looking at some of the exhibits here. Are there any of the exhibits from the defendant that you would like me to take a look at, or would you like to begin with presenting the counterclaim?
Our exhibits are pertinent to the counterclaims. They're not pertinent to the plaintiff's claims.
All
Yes,
right.
I'm more than, yeah.
I've got a lot of information, Mr. Blazowski. So I've heard everything. I've got all the information from you about the case regarding payment for repairs done or for work done on the house. But now we're going to turn to Ms. Avila as the counterclaimant. So now we're going to let Mr. Auerbach, if you'd like to make sort of an opening statement or begin with questioning of your witness, you can do so.
Okay, just on the previous matter, Your Honor, in terms of late fees and such, there is no contract. Even Mr. Blazowski doesn't claim that there is one. So how late fees would be applied is beyond me.
Yeah.
Okay. But on to the counterclaims, if that's all right. Mr. Blazowski has, well, they dated for a brief period of time. It has been a volatile relationship, to say the least, that turned beyond toxic. He has engaged in a pattern of
Mr.
conduct,
Auerbach,
which,
Mr.
yes,
Auerbach,
sir.
I apologize entirely for interrupting as you're getting started. Let me go ahead and release parties from our last matter today. I've looked at the time, it's 4:40. I want to be realistic. If we have parties here for 25-807 Krasner versus Van Dyke and Romer, thank you for your attendance today. Unfortunately, we are not going to make that part of the docket. We are going to give you a reset. When you come back, please know that you're likely going to be given what's called a priority, and you would be one of the first, if not the first, within the first three, and you would be reached on your reset, okay? And then that's it for that. Otherwise, we'll have taken care of the docket. And then Mary, as a bookkeeping for you, you can definitely get out of here at 5 o'clock, right? You just make me host and I'll turn off the YouTube.
Your Honor, could I say something just real quick about our matter since the defendants did not appear today?
Yes, are you, well, I see someone named
I'm
Lee,
the-
but I have that as a Krasner versus Van Dyke.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Your Honor, I'm Lee Krasner. I was just wondering, since they did not appear today, does that have any bearing upon the reschedule or anything like that?
No, and that's Mr. Krasner, it's kind of well, it's not fortunate or unfortunate, it's just a reality. We aren't going to be able to reach the case today, and I can't take it out of order. Certainly, if they don't come again, that may change, your standing. But them in and of itself, I've got it. This was a security deposit case.
Well, it's a rent that was unpaid and security deposit.
That's right. I had
situation.
1807 prorated February rent, $1,000 in legal fees and lost time.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I worry not, y'all. People call me sir, people call me Mr. You're all just trying to be polite. I appreciate that. Mr. Krasner, we would reset the case today because it is 4:40 and we would not reach it. However, I can't give you any legal advice. You can call our court and ask for a shorter setting. We'll give you a reset and its normal priority. You can also, yeah, I have an idea in my head, but I can't because it's going to be considered legal advice. There are ways if a defendant hasn't responded, if you believe you could win because the facts are in your favor, there are other motions you can make to the court to say, I should win automatically.
Okay, can I potentially show up in person at precinct 3 to figure out what motion that may be that I could?
No, but if you call the, because we can't do it either. Our clerk's having the same vote as me. We have to just be like the map. I can't tell you if you go this way, it's shorter, it's faster. If you don't get on 35, you take Mopac and you turn here. I can't.
But there is a motion that is potentially.
Yes.
I could.
So if you would like to call me tomorrow, I will point you in the
Mr.
right
Auerbach
direction.
knows what I'm talking about here. Listen, that would be a way to get you a free answer very, very quickly. Mr. Auerbach, I bet you know what I'm thinking of here.
Yes, Your Honor.
I can't say it, but there is a specific thing that you could seek if indeed you think that is useful to your case.
Okay, I don't mind reappearing. And does it? Oh, I won't waste your time. Is it really soon that it may be rescheduled? Or is it going to be like a really long time potentially for it to be rescheduled for?
Typically, we're about 45 to 60 days for a reset.
Okay.
I'd say we're going to give you a reset no matter what. You can absolutely follow up with Mr. Auerbach tomorrow for the kind of the magic phrase, which or you could try the Travis County Law Library. They may also be able to, well, they certainly can advise you in a way that I can't. If you don't do anything though, sir, you absolutely get your new court date. You come back. And again, if the defendants don't show up, it is the burden is on the plaintiff to show that the evidence supports the case.
Okay. Great. Mr. Auerbach, if I wanted to call you directly, can I just search your name or your own law firm?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're Timon Auerbach Law. Timon's Tyman, Auerbach's Auerbach. Give me a call tomorrow, and it's a real short answer. I would say it now, but I don't want to make the judge angry at me.
No problem. Okay. I appreciate it.
Also, if for any reason you have trouble locating him, this isn't barratry of any type because he's offering to literally give you a free answer. You could call our court and we tell you his name and number and how to get a hold of him.
Much appreciated.
We're just
Okay.
trying to
Thank
connect
you very much.
information here because it's
I understand.
okay.
It's
have a
real
good
simple,
afternoon.
but yeah. Good luck, sir.
It's one of those things. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you all.
No problem.
Okay, Mr. Auerbach, I'm ready.
Yes, Your Honor, and I appreciate that we are late into the afternoon, so I'll try and give you the short version.
Well, give me
But,
the real version, but I want to be mindful of my clerk.
So by whatever happenstance and circumstance, there's obviously the disagreements that happened in 2022. We've kind of hinted at that. Our counterclaims arise somewhat from that period, but they kind of go on beyond then to the present day.
Okay.
Mr. Basoki has engaged in continuous, persistent harassment and intimidation of Miss Avila. He has emailed her, text messaged her, called her from dozens of different emails, phone numbers, etc. He changes them up because she blocks them. In our exhibit are emails from Mr. Basoki where he is acknowledging that she blocked him. So he has created new email addresses or reached out to her from other places in order to get in touch with her. And it is always to harass and intimidate her. As Ms. Avila spoke about briefly earlier, she has moved, she has changed jobs because anytime when she was a real estate agent, advertising, marketing are a big deal for you. Mr. Basoski was calling, berating her coworkers and her broker that she worked for out in Oregon. And anytime she would put a new phone number up anywhere online, then harassment would begin again from Mr. Basoki. He has searched her out, he has hunted her, and he has harassed and intimidated her in a variety of ways. I didn't want to drown the court in the hundreds of voicemails and hundreds of emails that he has sent, but I did provide a sampling.
Okay.
I thought what was particularly relevant was his voicemail in which he talks about a game that he wants to play called Ghosting, where he will show up anywhere and everywhere that she is, and he will always be watching and always be surveilling her. These are all tactics he has used to intimidate her. I would say it's about money, Your Honor, but I think it's more of a spurned lover thing. But regardless, Miss Avila's life has been turned upside down by it. He has also done this to other women, Your Honor. Included in our exhibits is a restraining order granted by a court in Colorado, where amongst other things, Mr. Bozoski is accused of stalking the woman's children, taking pictures of them, and then contacting her to let her know he knows exactly where they are all the time.
Please update your knowledge and call Denver court for the update from the judge because the case is changed and the table on the table.
Mr. Bozolski,
Yes.
final warning. Please don't interrupt Mr. Auerbach. He is still
he's lying.
presenting the case for the counter plaintiff.
Okay.
I offer
Thank
that
you.
not for the truth of the matter, Your Honor, just to establish that there is a pattern of conduct.
All right.
Please
Let's
update.
Mr. Auerbach, I was going to say, would you like to let's take a look at the exhibits?
For Your Honor.
All right. I will let you have your client recognized. I'm going to share my screen.
And before we get into it, Your Honor, there's also a matter of there's a revenge porn incident where Miss Avila believes that Mr. Basoski posted explicit images of her on a pornographic website. And in one of the exhibits, he does seem to confirm that he has done that.
Which exhibit is that?
Let me identify it, Your Honor. I apologize for not numbering them.
That's okay. We brought them in. I'll show you. I'll show you what we've got, and then it may be that you can identify.
It would be the one that's labeled email half country watching. And just to establish the pattern, Your Honor, this is from PayPal, because when she blocked him on all of the emails and stuff, he started reaching out to her through payment platforms with messages attached.
Okay, let's take a look at these then, because I was curious about that. Why it was a PayPal thing. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 pulled up here, right? That one I'm not going to show again. This one is an email. Okay, and I see at the top it says from service at PayPal. This is December 11th of 2023 in the evening, 10:24. To Sol Avila 78. We've seen that before. You've got a money request. Janice Bosowski has sent you a money request. Now I'm going to zoom in because I can't read very well. I understand why you're doing this. I understand why you're trying to hurt me because you loved me and I didn't, but I can't force this. You're not my type, kind of the fat side and kind of cheap. I'm sorry. Also, I know you just want to show up in front of your friends and family, but trust me, the truth is coming out very soon and you are just not my type. I disgusted you big time. Plus became famous. Half of my country is watching you already. Mr. Bozowski, do you recognize this message?
Yeah, but the problem is the attorney is partially informed because partially informed because
Mr. Bozowski.
I the other part of the messaging, which is proves the other part. Yeah, it's like not even close to this case. It's a non-payment service we're talking about, and they're coming with this kind of harassment when they're not even up to date with Colorado court. It's like Colorado court is like, this is the case. Yes.
I only want you to know, did you send this request via PayPal to Ms. Avila?
I'm pretty sure I did. Yes.
Okay.
I did a few requests.
All right.
Many.
All right. Mr. Bozowski, that's it. I don't need it. That's the first one. All right. Here's the next one. Here's another one. Same thing. This one is December 11th.
Yeah, this one's nothing, Your Honor.
Do you really think you could piss me off? I have a very good Christmas and surprises. You were so nice to me. Okay. How about this one? This one is not a PayPal. This is a Janice Love Forever at gmail.com.
Just another example of him creating. Soleil is obviously part of Soledad, which is how he refers to her. He creates email addresses because she blocks his other ones, and in so doing, you know, it's all designed to harass and intimidate her. That he knows that he can get to her whenever he wants to.
You are misinformed.
Mr. Bozowski, I'm giving you no further warnings. I've had to mute you. You cannot keep talking over Mr. Auerbach, okay? I'm going to give you a chance to respond, sir. Everyone gets a chance. All right, so this is an email. I can see that it's very long.
Yeah, I'll try and what did I call this one, Your Honor? I'm sorry, because it's real small.
I'm not sure how y'all labeled it. We marked it as defendants, emails from plaintiff 3. And then we have this one, which is text message from plaintiff.
Yeah. So the text message from plaintiff is the one, it requires context, but if you can see, he sends, this is from his work account because she blocked his other numbers.
Or ninjas.
His little ninja things, which kind of speaks to the I will find you and stalk you and harass you that I mentioned earlier.
All right.
There are hundreds of voicemails as well that I sent.
We're closing that. Okay, let's take a listen to one of these voicemails.
Oh, Jesus.
Can y'all hear that?
Yes, Ron.
All right. Mr. Auerbach, is there a language in this that's going to be shocking?
It's not vulgar from my recollection, Your Honor.
Okay.
Disturbing perhaps, but not vulgar.
Do you know when this voicemail was left or when it was created?
Maria, do you recall? There's hundreds that he's left, Your Honor.
Like hundreds. I mean, I can look them up. I still have them in my cell phone. But I don't. Yeah, I'll have to hear it. But I don't
from 2025, from 2024, from 2018.
They are. They began in 2023. As a matter of fact, he still tried. I just had to change my number again a few weeks ago because he still contacts me.
All
So,
right, well,
yeah, I
let's
do.
listen to this one then. All right.
Right. You read my messages to defend my other because now my phone goes to your voice and it means you unblock me. It's not a shame. It's not good. To respect right now. Unblock you. That's what it is. Whatever. Yes. It's crazy, Jim. But I always want to play a game. It's cool to go. It's very simple. I'll be there every day I can go. And I'll be ready. Just watching. You can see me. It's good. I'm good. You like it? What do you want? You're good? It's fine. Whatever. But we can start tomorrow. When we back start tonight. You're gonna rotate. I mean, it's perfectly not too hot. So I started going to see you around. Nice.
Okay. I couldn't really hear much of that, I'll be honest.
Yeah, there's hundreds of those. He's always provoking, harassing, causing fear. He trespassed. He would call me from using my friend's cell phone number, so I would pick up thinking it's my friend's, but it was him. I have all those voicemails, him calling me from their phone numbers. It's just been, my mental health took a toll that I'm still beginning to heal because it was ever since of October 23, this has been a nightmare for me, where I had to lose not only financial hardship, I'm buried in debt. I had to switch jobs. I'm not practicing in real estate. He would send anal bleaching kits to the agents in Oregon where I work. My principal broker would call me and tell me, I'm sorry, but your ex is driving the whole staff crazy and he just sent you this present. I'm sorry, this is embarrassing for you. Yeah, it's been anything but fun. This guy is a criminal and I'm afraid of my life. I don't wanna, I had to make everything confidential because this person, I still don't know how can he be free.
Your Honor, Mr. Bozowski also tried to call my client from prison recently. So, charming. It just doesn't stop, Your Honor.
Is there currently a protective order on behalf of Ms. Avila?
The reason,
No, Your
no,
Honor.
I made a lot of reports, but I believe Mr. Bozowski always told me that White, when we're together, we don't kill each other. His dream is about dying, running away from the cops and seeing the blue lights. So I decided to leave the state of Texas because I knew he was gonna kill me if I put there. He lives off adrenaline rush. So
Have you contacted the police and reported him?
Yes.
When was that?
That was when I was in Argentina, December of 2023. I called because he would not stop calling me. And being in Argentina, it caused me fear because he left me voicemail after voicemail and messages. And this is when he reported me to the Oregon Real Estate Agency. I called the police. Yeah,
Ms.
I called the
Avila,
cop. Yeah.
Did you call the police in America or in Argentina?
In Austin.
In Austin. And did you get any type of report from them?
Yes, the police called him, and
Do
then
you have anything historical to show that you made that call?
I'm sure I have. If I look at, yeah, it may take me a few minutes, but I
Mr.
do have a
Auerbach, do
report
you know? Because I'm kind of curious here. I understand if sometimes that they don't go far, but
I do not have a record of the police report, Your Honor. That's the question.
And I also went to report him in Comal County.
And did you file a report in Comal County?
I talked to them, and they told me you have to file a restraining order. So the first time I was in Argentina, the second time I came from Argentina, and the police told me you have to file a restraining order. What I did instead, I grabbed my car and I drove to Oregon. I was terrified. So no, the answer is I did not fight for the restraining order. I was afraid.
Do you have anything in writing where you tell him, stop calling, ignore me?
Yes,
Message?
yes. I have a cease and desist text message. I have hundreds of
Great.
proofs.
Is that with what I was sent?
No, Your Honor. It's voluminous. to say
I
the
just
least.
need one thing where she says, leave me alone.
Can I look at it now and send it and show it to you? Give me 1 second.
Yeah, because I see the messages. I see things coming in from Mr. Bozolski. I don't see anything from Ms. Avila. And again, this might be because of where it's at in this trying, but like early on, where are the like, leave me alone? Because that's the step for
Yes.
harassment. I see the repeated in multiples afterward,
Yes.
but I don't know that there's a before.
Okay. Go to messages. I gotta go to my drive. I send it to Benjamin. Let's see. Do you have the folder, Benjamin, that I sent you?
When I go to the folder, as mentioned, there's a lot of things
Let
in
me
there.
see.
So if you
I
can
have
point me to,
just, I have a
I know that's hard.
complaint.
Lots of things.
I wish I could email you all this. I have two folders full of this. It'll just take me a minute, but yes, I do have a cease and desist text message.
You're fine. Let's take a moment. We're not in any time rush, y'all. Take a second. We're good.
Something good. Let's see here. Can I share my screen?
Yes, I will just give you a caveat, Ms. Avila. Given the nature of what we're discussing, when you share your screen, make sure that the only other window open is Zoom. I don't want you to unintentionally share things on your computer that might, give your contact information or anything. That's just good information for anyone who's going to share a screen on Zoom.
Just
So,
let me add
okay,
a
just
little bit
open.
in here, if I can.
And then, in the bottom, it should say there's like a little says screen share, and we might have to enable it first.
Yeah, I'll give you permission, Miss Avila.
Just a moment, Ms. Avila. We don't list allow anyone because then we'd really have fun in the
Share.
courthouse.
Share. Okay.
Okay, you should have permission now. Yes.
Okay. Let me move these. Sorry, I'm not very savvy with tech.
That's it, Miss Avila. Stop
Yes.
sharing in the meantime.
Oh,
Because
sorry.
I'm looking at everything in your file, and you may not want us to see that. So if you stop, no, look at the bottom. There's a little button that says stop sharing. Nope. See, I'm seeing your whole computer now.
Shoot.
Nice picture. Nice picture.
Sorry. Stop sharing.
down at the bottom of the Zoom screen,
At the
Maria.
bottom, there's a green and red tab
I
that
got
says
it.
stop sharing.
I got it. I stopped sharing it.
I already did.
Okay. So Ms. Avila,
Oh,
when you have opened up the letter you want me to look at, then tell us and we'll let you screen share.
okay.
But instead what we're doing is I can see every single file on your desktop.
Understood. Sorry. That so many is gonna be. Location.
Can I talk meanwhile she's looking for her evidence?
No, sir. She's almost done here.
Okay.
Yeah. I changed cell phones as well. And
Me
I do
too.
have what I do
Within the
have.
emails, Your Honor, you can see Mr. Wysocki acknowledging that she has blocked his emails and his calls, and that she has changed his phone. She has changed her phone number again. So he's very aware that she does not want to speak to him, and he continues to communicate with her. That's why he's reaching out to her via PayPal and WhatsApp and every possible avenue.
Your Honor,
Yes.
when I did the
Yes.
cease and desist was in 2023, when the police told me that I would not have a case if I continued talking to him, so that I had to send that. However, it's gonna take me a minute to find that, because I'm gonna have to find that text message. But I do have, like Mr. Auerbach says, I block him from any venue, and he continues,
right.
and I
When
do
was that
have him.
happened,
I-
Miss Avila? Miss Avila, when was that happened? The report, when was that
Mr.
happened?
Bozolski,
Yes,
that is your absolutely, I've warned you 3 times. You are now in contempt of court. You should not be addressing the plaintiff, the counter plaintiff directly.
I understand.
I want to say this again. You really got to just,
I got it. Thank you. I'm sorry.
all right. I'm going to share my screen again. Mr. Auerbach, you've raised an important point about the other communication. So let's take a look. This is one. There was an email from Janos to Avila. And in this
Okay.
chain message, what I see here is down here.
And if you start kind of
And
middle,
this is
there's
just easier to block me, disappear than to explain everything. I know that what you said. I understand why you're blocking me.
Yeah.
Why you blocked me, because even the first time to explain why you came back to me, I knew that's how hard it'd get to be if you have to explain why you keep coming, and that's how sad you were. Mr. Bozolski, is this an email that you sent to Ms. Avila?
Yes, another existing email address based on her.
All right, and this is after Ms. Avila had told you, leave me alone. I do not want to have a relationship. I don't want to
No.
communicate with you.
No, because she was visiting me after these emails and reporting. She was at my house on the weekends, 2024, and July and August.
Why
And she's
did you
talking
send
about,
her- Okay,
yes.
Mr. Bozolski, you said that yours. Why did you send her a request like this through PayPal?
Because she disappeared from the payment, and I tried to reach her any angles I can, because she disappeared because of the payment.
Now, you
And,
don't
she-
ask her to make a payment in your comments. Instead, you call her fat and cheap.
Oh yeah, that was a different story, because she forgot to mention that she was coming back to me all the time in this time period. So it's like a personal relationship story. It's not about anything else. Just she missed the story for the attorney she has big time, because many things is missing. She came after me from Portland
Okay.
to Austin 8 times, and the police was here not because of me. She called the police on herself. It's recorded at Travis County's sheriff's office, and she was harassing me and my family. She came after me from Portland. I've never been there in like 4 or 5 years, and she came after me to Austin.
All
And
right.
and
Mr.
also she attacked me. She's a security camera. She attacked me and my daughter at the night because she was jealous on me
All
when
right.
we never been together.
Mr.
So it's like many
Bozolski.
things missing. Yes, many things missing.
Thank
Many
you.
things missing.
All right, Mr. Auerbach, how much was the plaintiff and the counter plaintiff seeking in their claim?
the plaintiff, I believe, was seeking
No, Miss,
12.
the counter plaintiff, how much is your client, Ms. Avila,
Okay.
seeking?
The maximum jurisdictional limits, Your Honor, $20,000.
Okay,
But it's not part of the non-paid service. It's like totally different story. If I can prepare for this day, I can destroy that case like 5
Mr.
minutes.
Bozolski, I'm ready
Yes.
to rule. Okay. Thank y'all. I really appreciate all of the information, and thank you for everyone working to kind of get me in the timeline of what happened and where. Certainly I was confused. I thought we were talking about a Texas home, which is an understandable confusion to make given the back and forth between the parties. Okay. I'm just going to summarize some facts that don't really seem in dispute because parties agree that this is sort of the timeline of things. So both Mr. Bozolski and Ms. Avila had a relationship that lasted for many years. And whether this was friendship, relationship, just some working landlord-tenant situation, either way, they did know each other for at least 2 years, communicated, and then it came to an end, and there seems to have been a change of how it went. But early on, Mr. Bozolski did have a working relationship with Ms. Avila to some extent, and she sold his house for him. And then he moved in and was not really a house sitter because it was only 2.5 weeks. And then he stayed as a roommate for many months thereafter. So Typically, we would deem that a relationship, whether it was romantic or platonic, not of concern to me because y'all had a cohabitating situation and it lasted. Now, it's also clear that Mr. Bozolsky, it doesn't seem like she was asked, decided to replace the floor in the house owned by Miss Avila. What's also clear is that Miss Avila didn't really say no in any major way. She just sort of, and then got the floors. And then it sounds like along that, this relationship between the parties had challenges. I understand and can see from Miss Avila that the communications became very, very strained. And in fact, Miss Avila, you did all that you could to cease and desist with communicating with Mr. Bozowski. You changed your email, you changed your phone. I understand that because you are a professional, that's just like me. It's not possible. You're going to be able to find me one way or the other in some form or fashion. You can contact me through the court. And so he contacted you through your private communications using PayPal, essentially, and then contacting your broker. I can see these things on these emails. And the emails also, in Mr. Bozowski's own words, illustrate that he knew you were not wanting to speak to him, that you had changed your email and changed your password, changed your phone numbers, that you had physically or electronically blocked him in certain occasions, so that you did not want to hear from him. I can see that it continues on, even ongoing as we've been here. I can see some things. Ms. Avila, you did receive new flooring. You're getting a benefit to that, albeit I understand you're not there. It's a short turnaround. When you came home, you can't really take them up and throw them away. That would have caused a bigger situation, albeit you still have them to some degree. Mr. Bozolsky, on the counterclaim, I do see that the defendant has asked you, or Miss Avila said, please leave me alone. She indicated through all of her actions, a very, very clear way, leave me alone, and you continue to reach out to her. Mr. Auerbach, you did not ask me or bring it up, but has Miss Avila incurred any legal fees at this stage?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what would be the reasonable customary fees that have been encountered at this point?
We took Miss Avila's case because she was on a very tight budget, a $2,000 flat fee, Your Honor.
Oh, that is. All right. Mr. Bozolsky, on your claim for the wood floor installation and essentially Ms. Avila getting a greater benefit of no bargain, I would award you some fee for that. I would start that at $2,000, given that you did it without any real request. I'll say that she got some benefit out of that. Now, to the counterclaim, I do find that Ms. Avila has proven that you have been receiving persistent communications from Mr. Bozolsky in defiance of the cease and desist that you've gave him, which does meet the statute for a civil harassment. Would award you something for that. I do find that you've incurred expenses and harassment to the tune of $5,000, and I would award legal fees of $2,000. When I offset that from Mr. Bozolsky's award of $2,000, I come to an award altogether. It'll be $5,000 for Miss Avila. Actually, it'll be $3,000 for Miss Avila and $2,000 in attorney's fees. But we will mark it down as such. So it's $2,000 for Mr. Bozolsky, it's $5,000 for Miss Avila, as well as $2,000 in attorney's fees. So all total, the judgment on the counterclaim is $7,000. The judgment on the original claim is $2,000 to appeal. All right. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you, Your
Thank you.
Honor.
Thank you. All parties are excused.
Okay, have a good evening.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Thank you. And with that,